Hey guys, this is Caleb with DSLR Video Shooter, and today I want to talk about the Simplis system from Cinevate. Just recently I went on a trip and I wanted to have a very minimal kind of a setup. I had a little project I knew I needed to do, and that required one interview and some B-roll, but I didn't want to have to bring a ton of gear, so I really tried to take this opportunity to come up with a really stripped down kit, but still be able to use various accessories and use something more than just the body and a lens of my camera. So at the heart of what I'm going to show you is the Simplis. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly go over everything that's involved with this rig. I did film everything with the Manfrotto BHDV 561 monopod, and I was able to, kind of lock it off in the center position and just stayed with the camera for the interview portion. So I didn't even really need, I did bring a tripod just in case, but I didn't actually end up using it. So what I have here is I have the Cinevate Simplis plate. I have a Manfrotto plate attached to the camera, and that's the Simplis works directly with those Manfrotto plates. On the bottom I have another Manfrotto plate, so this will slide on the monopod or my other tripods and whatnot. On the top of the camera I have a Sennheiser EW100G2. This is an older version. They make the G3s now, and I had it hooked up to a lapel mic. And then what's awesome about the Cinevate is there's the Simplis plate is that all around it there's tapped 1/4-20 threads. So on the back I have, coming off of the Simplis, a monitor arm, and I have a small HD DP4, and then I have that wire directly to the camera. I was filming with the 5D and the new Tamron 24-70, so this is just another setup because I'm using that right now to film. And that's it. It's very simple. It's a little heavy, but what I love is the grip is still accessible, and I wouldn't be filming much like this. Most everything was on the monopod, but if I needed to go handheld, this was great. So I'm going to quickly show you why I think this piece of equipment is so incredible. Right off the bat, I'm going to tell you the price, and it's not going to sound very attractive. I believe the plate is around $200, and that seems like a lot of money for just a chunk of metal, but it's very well designed, and I highly recommend it. The first thing is, like I mentioned, it is designed to work directly with these Manfrotto plates, which, let's be honest, I mean, almost everybody's using some kind of system like this. And what's great about this particular one is, unlike all Manfrotto plates where they slide, you slide the camera into place. So for instance, if I want to use a Manfrotto monopod, it slides into place and then I lock it off. But let's say there was something on the back of my tripod head and I wasn't able to slide it, I'd have to screw whatever was blocking the plate off and then slide it back out. What's great about the Simplis is the camera can actually lift off vertically. So I'm going to unplug my monitor, and I'm going to, it's kind of hard to do with the one hand. There's a tab on the side which I release, and then the camera, oops, got a little jam here. The camera pops right off. So now I have the camera and the Manfrotto plate right here. This is really handy. You can always get your camera off and you don't have to worry about things getting in the way. It really slows you down when you're having to constantly be adjusting and taking things on and off. If this was a normal Manfrotto plate, I'd have to put the monitor somewhere else because it's blocking the back of the plate. But because it has this really spiffy system where I can attach the camera vertically, I just simply line it up, pop it in, lock it down, and now we're back on. So this is really nice because I can, if I don't want to use the monitor, sometimes this just gets in the way and you need to move quickly, or the batteries are going or whatever. I can just pop this whole thing off, throw that in my bag, and now I'm just using the camera and the lens. So this is a really impressive system. It's small and it's expandable. So right now it's as simple as it gets. It's the camera attached to the plate, and I have one accessory. I could have, all kinds of various H4Ns and other things coming off of this, shotgun mics, etc. But I have it really stripped down for the purpose I was using. You can also get a kit that puts rails onto this whole thing. Then you could build onto a mat box and have this huge system, and it's all based off of this one little plate. So that's what's so great about this, is it's very expandable, it's well built, and it's super versatile, and it allows you to quickly access everything. I do love that you can also get into the battery compartment. There's no blocking going on there. A lot of stuff, a lot of various plates really don't take that into account. So this was a gem to work with. I really enjoyed having the small HD is a big part of this setup, obviously. But having that tiny monitor, it's obviously bigger than the back camera, has some features, and I had a few people kind of overlooking my shots, so it's nice to have something a little larger to work with. You could throw the sun hood or the eye loop that you can purchase from Small HD on here. And the audio is very simple. I went right into the camera. These videos that we're filming, we're going straight to the web, so I wasn't really worried about having the best possible audio quality. So yeah, again, this is a very simple setup, and I really enjoyed shooting with it. So most of the day I was kind of rolling like this, like so, and then there were a few shots where I just needed to quickly go run and get a couple little snippets of footage, and so I would just pop the camera off. I would set this whole thing into a bag somewhere, and then I would go down to this kind of a setup where it was strictly the camera and the lens, and then you could throw like a loop on the back and be doing something like this. So it's really fantastic. Check it out, the Cinevate Simplis system. It's worth the money, trust me, and especially if you're using those Manfrotto plates. So stay tuned for more content like this on DSLRvideoshooter.com, and I look forward to seeing you guys over there.